All right, we should be live. I'll give it a few minutes for everybody to get going. If you want to join, we're going to do some trivia on quizzes. You can just go to joinmyquiz.com on any device. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it on my phone. And then you just enter in the code there. I got to remember to spell it right. I have a pretty good list of book recommendations. I've got to add a few more. But yeah, I've got some of them in there. Okay. Kind of warm in here. It's a very hot day in Ohio. It's like 85 degrees. I have my air conditioning running, but I have to turn it off when I'm streaming. So, we'll give a few minutes for folks to get into it. Crash Courses YouTube. I don't know if I've checked that one out or not. The glasses are on because it's the only way I can read the stuff on the screen. Thank you, William. I appreciate that. Hopefully, I talked about it yesterday on the stream. Hoping to, at some point, get LASIK surgery. So, make 1984 fiction again. Love the name, first of all, and thank you for the donation. Really appreciate that. Hello in Denmark. Awesome. Hope I get to visit your country someday. No, I actually never wear contacts. I used to wear contacts, but they bother my eyes anymore. And I'm at the age now where I can't read with my glasses or contacts in. So I have to actually, like, up close, I have to take my glasses off to be able to read. So usually when I'm making a video, I just take my glasses off because I don't really need to see every detail on the screen. But in order to be able to read the words for the quizzes, I got to have my glasses on. So Mexico, very cool. Austria, boy, we're all over the place today. I love it. Yes, so Vicksburg, nothing more recent than my last update, which was just to let you guys know what day our meetup will be. I've got all my travel booked. It's going to be Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Thursday the 19th. Does that sound right? I think that's the date. Whatever that Thursday is. But I will post specifics on when and where we're going to meet. Probably like 10 a.m. that morning. Mississippi State fan. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm looking forward to being in August. I'm really in Mississippi. I'm excited to be back there. The only time I've been there, I was in Corinth. That's the only part of Mississippi I've been to so far. So, anybody else wants to join? Last call to join our quiz. We're going to do multiple quizzes. And I just kind of picked these at random. I found some AP history quizzes online with some different topics. York, England, very cool. I saw somebody say they were in Canterbury. Germany, awesome. It's just for fun. Don't worry about how well you do or don't do. You just go to this website right here. Just go to joinmyquiz.com and then enter that game code. And it'll prompt you to enter a name. We've got 45 people in so far. Coburg, Germany. That's kind of the area where the British royal family's from. Technically, they're the House of Saxe, Coburg, and Gotha. If I couldn't live in the U.S., which country would I live in? England. Actually, probably Scotland, but England, Scotland, UK, somewhere. Plymouth, Massachusetts. I was just there a couple weeks ago. Warsaw. Warszawa. What do I think about Sussex? Sussex is cool. Isn't that is Ed Sheeran from Sussex? I think Ed Sheeran's from Sussex, isn't he? So, I give you credit for that. Come join us in England, yes. Hello from Iran, very cool, Amir. Glad to have you. Warsaw Rise, Warszawa Walcz. I can put the code in the chat. The code is 073990. Richard, I will post more information very soon. I posted it recently. Thursday, August 19th, will be the meetup day in Vicksburg, and we'll spend the whole day together. We'll meet around 10 o'clock. I'll post the details of exactly where we're going to meet. But it'll be 10 a.m. on Thursday, August 19th in Vicksburg. We'll tour for a couple of hours. We'll get some lunch together, tour for some afternoon, get some dinner together. You're welcome to come for any and all of that, or you don't have to stay the whole time. You can come and go, whatever works and is convenient for you, but that will be the day. I'm going to be down there for 4 days, but the other days I'm there, I'm going to be making content for the channel, but we'll be in Vicksburg, touring the main battlefield of Vicksburg. The siege areas and stuff like that on that day. That'll be the meetup day. Phil, I didn't have to rewatch it. I watched it when it happened live. I remember that. I have seen the trailer for Last Duel. It looks fantastic. That's a story I wasn't really familiar with, so that's pretty cool. Guten Abend! All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. It is really warm in here in my... in my loft. My loft is the only room in the house that is not air conditioned. I have a portable air conditioner, but I can't run it when I'm streaming because it's too loud. All right, last call. I have not seen the new Black Widow movie yet. I won't overheat my PC. It's not that warm in here. I bet it's probably 77 degrees in here right now. We're going to do more than one quiz, so if you don't get to join in this first one, you can join the next one. All right, here we go. Now, I do believe I have the timer turned off, so there's no benefit to answering quickly. I did that just because it's difficult, you know, with the way things are. It's not fair. Who's my favorite artist? Do you mean like painting artist? Yeah, the Chernobyl series was fantastic. Evan, born and raised in Parma. That's about an hour from me. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. No, not 77 degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit. All right. Almost everybody has answered. Down at the bottom, you see where it says go to joinmyquiz.com/pro and enter the code there. But I'm going to go ahead and advance this in a minute if you haven't answered by now. Abdullah, that is hot, dude. 45 degrees Celsius. Do I prefer to be very hot or very cold? Very hot. All right. Everybody had their chance. Anybody who didn't answer by now, sorry. You took too long. So 600 is the max you get for an answer. So I'm doing well, Adrian. How are you? All right, so there's all the answers. Next question. Oh, I got to show the full question view so you can see the choices. Ooh, this is kind of tricky because I could see two answers being correct on that one. Chris Holland, what's up? The glasses are on. It's about to get real. Wait till I get LASIK and then people won't know when it's about to be serious anymore. Zach, that's pretty brutal. A low 51% humidity. This is on quizzes that we're doing this. Yeah, Superchar, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking there were really kind of two that could be correct here. But I've given everybody long enough, I think, to answer. Swag haha, thank you. Studying history at Michigan State, very cool. What method worked best? Well, you're not going to like my answer. I'll see it marked me incorrect for that one. I didn't study. I don't study. Like, I've never been a studier. So maybe somebody else can give ideas for that. See, these were the two that I thought could be correct. On this one, the nations devoted all their resources to it, and it brought suffering to civilians. Nations for all the war. Yeah, I don't know. That was a tricky one. All right, the system of rationing was designed to limit... Some of these are trick questions. There's nothing you can do about that. How do I remember so much? I've always just had a really, really good memory, though it's getting worse as I get older. But, while I say I don't study, I never studied for like a test. Like I never crammed trying to remember information. I just remember it really well when it's taught in class. So I never really found myself in a place where I needed to study things. Never studied in high school, never studied in college. Yeah, we'll do some more Salmonella. Best memoir from a general, aside from Grant. I haven't read many, honestly, other than Grant's. I've done Grant's and Longstreet's. There's a few other ones from the Civil War that I would like to read. John Gibbons got one that I'm kind of interested in. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, I got that one right. That was pretty easy. Designed to limit... the use, civilian use of consumer goods. I'm in 12th place because I missed that one question. No, I did not make this quiz. I just found an AP history quiz on their site and decided to go with it. All right, the purpose of propaganda during World War I was to... That one should be pretty easy. Astros won. Yeah, the Indians have been sucking lately, but that's because all our pitching staff's injured. Favorite quote of all time. It's actually not from a historic person. It's from Rachel Joy Scott, whose family I work for and who I share stories about from Rachel's Challenge. But she said, compassion is the greatest form of love humans have to offer. And I've always really liked that quote. Anne Frank had a fantastic one where she said you can always give something, even if it's only kindness. Historical people, one of my favorite quotes would be Lincoln's second inaugural address when he said, with malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right. And he talks about striving to bind up the nation's wounds, to finish the unfinished work before them, and to achieve for ourselves a just and lasting peace with ourselves and all nations, all that kind of stuff. I just love that speech. All right, I guess we should end the question and see where we're at. This is quizzes. But if you go to joinmyquiz.com, that's how you can join it. All right, how many people do we have that are still... I'm down in 19th now. That's kind of weird. Yeah, Zach, that's probably fair. All right, the Zimmerman Note, which pushed the United States to enter the war, exposed the German plan to... It was one of the factors that helped push the United States to enter the war. I wouldn't say that it pushed the United States. It was combined with unrestricted submarine warfare and some other things that were happening. Do I think the colonists were right in starting the war for independence? Honestly, if I had to say yes or no on that, I would say no. Which probably puts me in the vast minority of Americans. Queen Elizabeth offered Winston Churchill the Dukedom of London. That doesn't surprise me a whole lot. Yeah, Zimmerman telegrams usually how it's known. Hey, Nathaniel, don't answer in the chat, man. Don't give it away. All right, we got a bunch of people that have gotten them all right so far, so nicely done, everyone. The armistice signed near Paris. Oh, boy. Brought an end to Kaiser Wilhelm's role. This is AP history. I mean, these are kind of easy, I feel like. I don't know. Notorious Llama, thank you. Glad you could join us. I have played War of Rights on my gaming channel. If I have 2 armies of equal size, who's in command of my army? Napoleon. Depending on the situation, I would pick different commanders, you know, depending on the circumstances. If there's a place 60 miles away that I need to take and take quickly, I probably want George Patton. If there's a great engineering feat that needs to be done to get to a place, I might choose Julius Caesar's army. Napoleon overall, kind of. All right, that one was pretty easy. Obama fangirl at the top. I don't know why it puts one person versus another at the top, because there's no timer to it. What is the policy of glorifying power and keeping an army prepared for war? "907 Hootsman, what part of Alaska are you in?" Emperor, thank you. I do try to make history fun. Gold Yoshi's still spamming? Yeah, I timed him out once already. Tom F, thank you. Appreciate that. Glad you found us. Do I like any board games? Oh, I love board games. We've probably got 50 board games in our house. It's something we do a lot in our house, playing board games. My favorite one right now that my sons and I like to play is actually it's a soccer manager game. It's really cool. It's what's it called? Now I gotta find it. Darn it. It just came out. It's really good. I gotta look it up real quick before we continue. It's basically Football Manager, but it's like he's still spamming. I don't see him. I'm not sure where he's spamming because I don't see it. Oh, he's been timed out, so. No, it's not Championship Manager. Oh, it's a board game. I'll tell you as soon as I remember. Super Club? I think it's called Super Club. It's really good. Yeah, it's called Super Club. Fantastic games. A lot of fun. Axis and Allies. I have Axis and Allies. Okay. Did I answer this one? I think I did. Stronghold would be fun. There's a new Stronghold that just came out, isn't there? We've still got a bunch that have gotten every one of them right. We're halfway through this one. What region was referred to as the powder keg of Europe? Oh, yes. I believe it was Bismarck who said this, who referred to it that way. I don't think I'd take Wellington over Napoleon. Wellington just had better circumstances than Napoleon did. You reverse the two of them, I think Napoleon wins. Grand Campaign in War of Rights. That's a thing? Is that new? All right. This the powder keg of Europe is the Balkans. I have a feeling some people are going to miss this one. Quite a few people got it. 72, nicely done. I have not played Talisman. Who led Germany during the last decade of the 1800s and most of World War I? Well, that's pretty easy. There's a picture of him right there. Kotásek, yeah, Grant is a phenomenal human being. If there's one person in all of history that I would want to hang out with and have as a friend, it would be Grant. I think Grant is super underrated as a general and as a president. Grant or Lee in an even battle? I'd take Grant. George and Nicholas's first cousin. Yeah. Kaiser Wilhelm is Queen Victoria's eldest grandchild. Hang out with Grant over TR? Yeah. I think TR would be too much for me. He'd be cool for a day, but I feel like he's kind of extra, if you know what I mean. What do I think about the Nathan Bedford Forrest statue? If you mean the one in Nashville, it's a god-awful, ugly statue. Martin, thank you. Appreciate that. My top 3 history-inspired games. Ooh. Hearts of Iron 4. Crusader Kings. Let's just say for series. Hearts of Iron, Crusader Kings, and Europa Universalis. But that's the kind of game that I like. So you'll notice they're all similar types of games. All right. So that was a pretty easy one. Pretty much everybody got that. Next question. Hey, I'm up to 11th now. Which statement summarizes the Schlieffen Plan that Germany created to prepare for a two-front war? Is it hard to learn HOI4? There is a learning curve, but it's not impossible to overcome. I did play Hearts of Iron 3. I've played all the Hearts of Irons. Victoria 2 is a lot of fun. I found that to be more difficult than Hearts of Iron, actually. Lunch in Paris, dinner in St. Petersburg. I have played Age of Civilizations. John Adams' series is fantastic. Stellaris I've played. I do like the Total War games. All right, let's end this one. Oh, I'm up to 10th now. I still had that one question that I missed. That was kind of worded weird. Yeah, if this is AP history, I'm a little disappointed. Which nation's actions caused the United States to fight in World War I? Yeah, that's pretty easy. Yeah, the mods are cool, Hanson. I'm with you on that. I like the Star Wars mod. They have a Star Trek mod? I haven't played that one. Which historical person would you be, and what would you have done differently? Ah, wow. That's a tough one. Do I only play history games? For the most part, yeah. John Rutherford, the problem with Kahoot is it's limited to like 50 people. That's why I went to this one, because you can add. I can get more people to play. Crusader Kings 3 is not that hard to learn. It's easier than Crusader Kings 2. Actually, I'm starting a series this week on the history of the Ottoman Empire in Turkey, so that is coming. Okay. Ooh, I'm up to 9th now. We've still got at least, that means at least there so many people that have gotten them all right. Chris, if I was choosing who I thought the best president was, it wouldn't be between FDR and Abraham Lincoln. I don't think FDR is one of the best presidents. What action on November 11, 1918 brought the war to an end? This is AP history? I have played Kaiserreich, yeah. We actually did a multiplayer series on Kaiserreich, I think, or we talked about it. EU4 sequel series will start probably in the next couple of weeks. Most brilliant action of the Civil War is the Vicksburg campaign, which is where I'm headed in a couple of weeks. I'm excited. From the time that the Navy ran the guns at Vicksburg until the capture of Vicksburg, I think is the most brilliant action of the Civil War. If Queen Mary and Philip had had a son, that would have been interesting because you would have had the uniting of Spain and England under one crown. Longstreet versus Jackson, I'd take Longstreet. English Football League tier list. Oh, man. That would be interesting. So we've still got, I don't know how many people here are, well, just about everybody got that one right. We've only got a couple more. We got 13, 14, 15, so 3 more questions on this one. What event caused Italy to refuse to support its ally, Germany? This one's a little trickier. Come on, you baggies, yes. I'll show the join again as soon as this quiz is over, when we do the next one. What strategy game? It's hard to recommend a strategy game. It really depends entirely on what kind of strategy you like, what history you like. Meade did not lose command of the army. From the time Meade took command of the Army of the Potomac, he commanded it till the end of the war. Yeah, I got the right answer, but I feel like none of those were the best answer for that one. Oh, we've only got 4 that have still gotten all of them right. Yeah, only 41 got that one right. More influential to history, Napoleon, the Napoleonic Wars. Grant was the commander of all Union forces. Meade still commanded the Army of the Potomac. Which of the following was not a goal of the Allies' Gallipoli campaign? Well, that seems kind of obvious. Chappie, thank you. I appreciate that donation, and I'm doing great today. How are you? I have heard about the Armchair Historian's new game. I have not actually seen anything about it yet. Eric, Civil War buff. Yeah, I'm excited to go to Vicksburg. It's been on my bucket list for a long time. Kenny Horton, we're going to have a new quiz starting here in a minute, and I'll post the join information. Yeah, it wasn't to gain access to Africa. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. So we've still got 4 that have all of them right. So nicely done, everyone. I just missed that one that was kind of tricky, unfortunately. I have played those Civil War mods. What impact did the war have on the economies of Europe? Chappie, that's awesome. Very cool. Congratulations. A pub quiz. I don't think I've ever done one of those before. Was Anne Boleyn innocent or guilty? She was innocent. She definitely was not guilty of the thing she was charged with. Catherine Howard, on the other hand, absolutely guilty. The periods I find most interesting are the American Civil War and British medieval history, but World War I's kind of growing on me in that department. Yeah, we'll do a European flag tier list at some point. These are all about World War I, so I do like all the Paradox games. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Oh, we ended up with 2 who got all of them right. Nicely done. Was that the last one? That was the last one. Yep. Congratulations to our 2 that got everything right. I got that one wrong right at the beginning. I'm good at Madden. Got 3rd. Even though there were a bunch of us that kind of tied for 3rd. Class accuracy, 52%. So here's the overall. Here I am right there. I just had that second one I got wrong. And then everything else I got right after that. All right, we're going to do one more. And then we'll probably do something else here. I had another one that I had picked and saved in here. Let me see if I can find it. The Black Death. That'll be fun and something a little different. No timer. Shuffle answer options, no. There we go. All right, so here's how you join. JoinMyQuiz.com. And then enter in the code. That Black Death. That'll be fun. Yeah. Has the South won the Civil War of the United States? What the heck? Something just jumped up on my screen. And the Confederacy be enemies? No, I think it probably would have ended up being more like America and the UK after the war. Kind of establishing relations, but tense and probably at war again at some point. The code's right there on the screen, 200987. That's not my wheelhouse. Pick another. Wales does have a fantastic flag, I'll give you that. Where does Lieutenant General rank fit into the CSA rank system? So CSA had 4 stars all the way. So they had 4, 3, 2, and 1 star. So Robert E. Lee's a 4-star general. John Bell Hood, basically men who achieved like full army rank. Joe Johnston, PGT Beauregard, Robert E. Lee, Samuel Cooper. These guys were 4-star generals. There weren't that many of them. Then you had a lot of 3-star generals. Longstreet and Jackson were 3-star. Richard Taylor was a 3-star. And a lot of them kind of commanded like corps level. And then 2-star major generals were typically division commanders. GeoGuessr I have actually open. We're going to do that next. Just do maybe 1 or 2 of those. No 5-star. 5-star didn't even exist in the U.S. until technically World War II, though. Pershing had kind of the equivalent of 5-star. Phil, yes, I think you've asked me about that like 4 times now. Yes, I do, a little bit. All right, we're going to get started. People can join even after we start. It's down at the bottom there. All right, which of the following is not an effect of the Black Death? This is AP history. Okay. Do I think America is on the path of Rome? Yes and no. I don't think it's on the exact same path. Washington has been retroactively made a 6-star general. During his life, he was a 3-star. Steven, I haven't played for a couple days, but your division's doing well. All right. I do not know any good books on Operation Barbarossa, at least none that I have read. This quiz is it's AP history, so I don't know. I think King George VI was a great king. How did the plague impact Europe? Most impressive conquest in your opinion? I don't know if I could just say one. Serpent's Mound is a place I'd very much like to visit. I've never been there, even though I've lived in Ohio most of my life. I've never played soccer. My son is a striker on his striker and midfielder on his club and travel teams. All of the above. There's 20 questions on this one. Most overrated president, FDR. Which group of people whipped themselves trying to avoid the plague? It's in the name. Is soccer the one that the whole world plays or just the U.S.? No, it's the one the whole world plays. Tyler, yes, I do. Lucky Diamond, not much. What's going on with you? How come I'm a West Brom fan? It's where my family came from in England. It's where my mother's side of my family came from. My father's side came from Nottingham, and I just couldn't bring myself to root for Nottingham Forest. So, what historical figure would I most want to have a drink with? It's ironic, but Grant. I just wouldn't want him to have the drink. Drink lemonade or something. I am watching the Olympics, Abdullah. I was actually watching the Olympics before I started this stream. All right, let me get back to the questions here. I have visited 47 states. I've got 3 to go. Louisiana will be 48 for me next month when I visit there. And then I'll have Rhode Island and Utah left after that. Joey, what state has the most interesting history? I think they're all interesting for different reasons. But if I had to pick one, Virginia. What is Yersinia pestis? Henry VIII's third wife. No, that was Jane Seymour. I'll take that one. Fan of MacArthur? No, I am not a fan of MacArthur. I would win. I don't drink much at all. I can count on one hand the number of times I've been drunk in my whole life. But I could outdrink Grant. Grant could not hold his liquor. Like one drink and he was done. So it would not be hard to have a drinking contest with Grant. The photo of John Pershing and a young Patton with Pancho Villa. Well, I know that they were all kind of down there, but I didn't know that they ever actually met Pancho Villa. All right. Let's see how everybody did on this one. It is the bacteria that causes the plague. People did pretty good, it appears, on that one. Nice. Nice job, everybody. How old am I? I will be 44 next week, actually. What job did this person have? My son dressed up as this for Halloween last year. Is that a pet name for Jane? Least favored president, Woodrow Wilson. Andrew Johnson, a close second. Do I think Thatcher was a good prime minister? More good than bad, yeah. Leonard Gamer, that's crazy. Your father is not much younger than my father. My father is 60. Actually, no. Yeah, my parents both turned 61 this year, so. That is a plague doctor. I don't think historians do think so highly of Wilson. I mean, some do, I guess. Yeah, you got to remember that people in academic fields, by and large, are pretty liberal in their politics, and liberals are going to tend to have a more favorable view of Woodrow Wilson. Despite some of his obvious shortcomings, like the fact that he was a horrible racist. Besides 1812, yeah, the U.S. invaded Canada during the Revolution. I look Italian, that's just because I have a dark complexion. Probably comes from the African in me. I have no Italian, but I do have African. Sub-Saharan African. Yeah, Gorbachev is still alive somehow. I have not been to Europe. I'm hoping to change that very, very soon. Alright, end question. I think pretty much everybody hates Woodrow Wilson now. Alright, I don't know how many people we have that are still perfect on this one, but so far so good. Yeah, I think there's a lot that do. What's the actual name for the Black Plague? My life is over plague? Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, I think most people on every side of the political spectrum hate Woodrow Wilson anymore. Josh, I have seen the John Adams series. It's fantastic. I do have some interest in Native American history. Vic, how's it going? Oh yeah, I saw Ken Burns' Civil War when it first came out. There's still at least 9 that have them all right, because I have them all right and it's telling me I'm 9th. I guess we could take a look at the actual list at some point. Where did the Black Death technically start? Favorite history movie or series would be Band of Brothers. Tyler, just history and secondary education. And then I also got a degree in Christian ministry because I've been a pastor most of my life. But honestly, you know, as far as it goes, the only advice I'd give you is kind of know what you want to do with it, because there's limited options as far as what you can do with a history degree other than teaching. I mean, there's some things. Favorite U.S. Civil War film would be Glory. I think Glory's fantastic. All right, we are almost halfway through this quiz. I have very limited teaching experience, Harry. I've subbed a few times, and that's about it. Let's see. Is there a way we can actually look at the rankings? Yeah, here's the leaderboard. Here we go. So how many have all the questions right? Wow, quite a few. Nicely done. You guys know your plague, man. There's 46 people that have all the questions right. And we're almost halfway there. This famous children's nursery rhyme was about the Black Death. Yes. Absolutely true. I don't know why we're looking at a picture of Barney right now, but... Ghost Casper, the problem is I don't have any experience with, like, animation and stuff like that, which is why I probably couldn't make an oversimplified type of video. I don't have the patience to spend that long on one video. It's just kind of not how I'm wired. I have great admiration for the people who do make those things. But yeah, it's Ring Around the Rosie. I don't know if London Bridge was about the fire of London in 1666 or not. All right. We'll do a couple more questions, and then we'll see how many still have them all right. What was the primary religion of Europeans when the plague struck? Advice for someone who a self-education in history, just absorb all you can. The only thing I would say is be careful of where you're getting your information from. There's a lot of information out there that claims to be history that's not real solidly backed by facts. So I would just say go for, absorb all you can. Get books and read them. Get audiobooks if you're not somebody who can sit down and read. Get an audiobook and just listen to it while you're doing stuff. There's a lot of really good podcasts out there. People like Dan Carlin who are really good. Find a topic you're interested in and absorb all you can about it. Get passionate about particular. You'll never be able to learn everything about every era. So find the ones that you're really interested in. Brandon, not a lot of Protestants in the 1300s, which is when the Black Death is hitting. Pretty much everybody is going to be Roman Catholic at that time, at least in Western Europe. I have not been to Europe at all. I definitely have a lot of places I would like to visit in Europe. All right, how rare is it today? Rare, rarer than diamonds, extremely rare, no chance. This is kind of a loaded question, and this is going to screw a lot of people up, I think, on their perfect scores. Dan Carlin, well, honestly, I've only listened to one of his podcasts so far, and that was his Supernova in the East, which was fantastic. It is a kind of a strange question. There are cases of plague. They do happen every year. There's outbreaks occasionally. It did not give it to me. It's extremely rare. I said rare, but it was extremely rare. So there you go. That sucked. I should have said extremely rare. Well, there went my perfect score again. Which is not a symptom of bubonic plague. Who's better, Schwarzkopf or Patton? Oh, that's tough. Different eras. I prefer Patton, but Schwarzkopf was a great general anyway. Phil, there was, I think, one battle where I had ancestors fighting hand-to-hand combat against each other. It was a small battlefield. Off the top of my head, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was in eastern Kentucky. And I had ancestors on both sides, and their regiments were literally fighting each other. I know the Union side, the brigade, was under the command of James Garfield. Grant's a better general than Patton, but for different reasons. Opinion on the new name for the Cleveland baseball team. Not a fan. But I don't know if I would have liked anything. All right. I'm in 6th, despite that horrible question I missed. If you're new to the channel and you're asking me modern questions about politics or controversial topics, I'm not going to answer, so just save yourself the time. How did the plague affect the feudal economy of Europe? Blue Narwhal, thank you. Appreciate that. Favorite David versus Goliath battle or war? Thermopylae, probably. Henry the Fourth through Sixth reigns. Yeah, Dan Jones' book on the Plantagenets is very, very good. I highly recommend that one. He also has a documentary series on that you can find on YouTube. Oh, I missed that one. See, they're saying labor shortages ended feudalism. Feudalism didn't end with the plague. I don't know why they would say that. Because I thought the same thing. Labor shortage was a major issue because of the Black Death, the plague. It caused massive labor shortages. Farms were left empty, things like that. But it didn't end feudalism. I don't know. Bo Elliott, I would have already visited England if travel was open. That's the only reason I haven't been there yet. As soon as they open travel, I'll be coming. What effect did the plague have on trade? Manchester. Oh, he's got the Manchester United crest going on there. My son's a big fan of Manchester United, and if they open up travel, no matter how much it costs, we're planning on coming to Old Trafford to see a match. I don't know a lot about Ottoman history, but that's going to change because I'm going to be doing a reaction series to Ottoman history this week. Yes, I will definitely be going to the Hawthorns when I come to England. What, did the Titanic sink or was it Olympic all along? I hate that theory. No, it was Titanic. I would love to come to Austria. My wife and I want to come to Austria. My kids are somewhat interested in history, nothing like I am. Where am I? I'm 33rd now because of that stupid feudalism question. Who was affected by the disease? Only mothers. Romania, very cool. City is better than United. I mean, in terms of performance right now, absolutely. I don't know any good books or documentaries on Russian Alexander II through Nicholas I's reigns. Juventus all the way. I would love to come to Bletchley Park. I'm doing well. How are things in England? Do I like Liverpool? I mean, they got a good team. Of the big six, I would say the team that I root for the most would be Chelsea, just because they've got Christian Pulisic, and it's great to see an American kind of perform at the highest levels like that. Everton's in Liverpool too, aren't they, Zach? I think they are. All right, let's see. I'm up to 29th now. Arsenal. Oh, boy. All right, next question. We're on 16 here. Which of the following is not an effect of the Black Death? Remember, it is killing off millions of people. Wow. He really just gave us that clue, like we needed that clue for that one. Everton is the bad team in Liverpool. Who's my favorite Roman emperor? Augustus, the first one. Carlos, my son's soccer coach, plays for Cleveland SC. Yeah, his name's Tom Beck. He's a midfielder for them. Yeah, that's my son's club soccer coach. Will the USA win the World Cup? Maybe the women in 2026. Probably not the men. I don't know. Who knows? A lot could happen between now and then, but it would be tough. That my son graduates high school that year, and I told him we'll take him to a World Cup match for on his graduation. Oh, we love Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is fantastic. I absolutely love that series. Just watched the first episode of the new season. Is this junior high AP? Yeah, that's about right. All right, next question. If you ain't first, you're last. The path of the Black Death usually followed the Pope. It followed the Pope. Yeah, Abdullah, I would like to think, I hope that the USA can make a run. I'd like to see them at least get into the top 16, get into the knockout phase. Oxide, Hungary, very cool. My wife's Hungarian. Part Hungarian, part Welsh. I have not been to any of the battlefields of the Black Hawk War. Why do I dislike Jackson? Which Jackson? You talking about Andrew Jackson? It followed Man United. I knew the Pope was in on it all along. Ronaldo or Messi? Messi. Absolutely Messi. I did watch the Euros, and we were in Maine watching the shootout between England and Italy, and I was pulling for England, and they just couldn't get it done. All right, the most likely place to be infected by the Black Death would be... I know very little Hungarian history. I need to do better with that, especially since everybody in my house is Hungarian but me. What I'd like to see in Poland, the Auschwitz Fortress and Auschwitz are the two at the top of my list. I am a Browns fan. My wife's a Steelers fan. Books or documentaries on the American Revolution. The most recent one that I read that was very good was 1776 by David McCullough. Also, a book on Washington's spies that I just read on the Culper Ring that was really good. All right, let's get these last couple of questions done here. I haven't been to Europe. I have been watching the Olympics. Ooh, I'm up to 22nd again now. I seem like a bully. Okay. Please do tell. Hey, take care, Zach. Why did many turn to religion during the Black Death? Man, if you think I'm a bully, you don't know me very well at all. I'm more likely to be bullied. Why did many turn to religion during the Black Death? Do I hate the state of Michigan? No, I just hate the University of Michigan. The people are great, except for the ones that go to Michigan. I think he's been timed out, so now he can't answer the question about why he thinks I'm a bully, at least for 300 seconds. I don't know much about the Kingdom of Bosnia. It seems I don't like Oh, no, I love Stonewall Jackson. I think he's a fascinating character. I just think he's overrated. But I think a lot of people are overrated. Can I bully you into learning more history? Who do I think will win the Premier League next season? Manchester United. I think they're going to finally put it all together. Ozai, I appreciate that. Thank you. I try to be as kind as I can. I am from Ohio, and yes, that is the only reason that I hate the University of Michigan. What is the name of the code of conduct followed by the knights? Bushido. Bushido dignified. It's the last stand of the samurai. I have not been to Mount Vernon or Monticello. Patrick Clayburn, underrated for sure. Is Baker Mayfield a franchise quarterback? Yes. I am very interested in English history. English history is one of my favorite things to study in English history. American versus European history. European, because European has so much more history there. Oh, boy. I don't know if I'd recommend any university over another. From Myanmar, very cool, Sergeant Pepper. Welcome. Man City is probably more likely, but I just want to see somebody else win it besides Liverpool and Man City. It was cool when Leicester City won the Premier League a few years ago. That was pretty awesome. I'd like to see something like that happen again. Like maybe somebody like Leeds or something. That'd be kind of awesome if that happened. I've been to quite a few presidential libraries. Let's do this next question. I'll tell you the ones I've been to. Oh, that was the end. Okay. So we had 4 people that got them all right. So congratulations to you 4 people. So I have been to the Bill Clinton Library. I've been to George W. Bush's presidential library. Gerald Ford. Nixon. Is that all? I guess that is all. So I've just been to those 4. I do follow Scottish football. Rangers fan right here. Okay. So I'm going to, just for fun, just something to do while we chat, going to do some GeoGuessr here. Let's do a famous players one. Elijah Norrick, you'd like to thank your mom? Well, thank you to your mom. She sounds pretty awesome. Let's see. All right, let's start this up here. Round 1 of 5. Famous places. All right. So I'm feeling like this has to be, I mean, it seems awful wide to be Venice, but kind of got to be, right? Favorite Beatles song? Yesterday. It's got to be Venice, right? 1776 or Hamilton? I'll take Hamilton. Yes, I was 1,400 yards away from the exact spot. All right. Oh, that's Buckingham Palace. I know that one right away. You ain't messing with me when it comes to the UK. And I know right where that's at in London, too. That's over here on the west side. So, and the Victoria Memorial's right there. So, I mean, it's got to be kind of right in this area here, right? Like, right there? Ooh, I was 60 yards away. That was pretty good. Do I like Elton John? Elton John's good. He's a very talented guy. I'm not a huge fan. Like, I'm not, it's not, like, I don't sit around listening to Elton John songs. Oh, wow. These are really easy. That's Paris. And there's the Seine River running right under the, what am I doing looking at the UK here? Gonna be, hey, if COVID cooperates, I will be in France the last week of April, the first week of May. Where is it actually on the river? There it is over here. I like Justin Fields. I don't think he's going to be a great NFL quarterback. Do I think City will sign Kane? I don't know. Modern history or medieval? Definitely medieval. All right, so this looks like Roman ruins. I bet that's... is that Philippi? Or Ephesus? Somewhere. It's going to be somewhere, I think, in western Turkey. But I don't know exactly where. I feel like that's somewhere in western Turkey. I could be wrong. Yeah, Asia Minor, I agree. It's somewhere in this area. I want to say it's Philippi or Ephesus. I'm just going to throw a button right there and see how close I am. Ooh, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I was 75 miles away. So it was actually... What is that? It is Ephesus. All right, I was right. I just didn't know where Ephesus was. All right, round 5. All right, so that's Italy again. Is that Venice again? This isn't very creative. Let's try to guess. Let's say somewhere maybe right there. Not bad. All right, 867 yards, so about a half a mile away. What plane do I prefer to fly? B-17, definitely, because my wife's grandpa was on a B-17. Top 3 American presidents. Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, and... Eisenhower. A little biased. They're all Republicans. I know. I am going to port my game into EU4, yes. World War II for experts. All right, let's do it. I'm a little bit familiar with Asian history, not that much. Thoughts on the Wehrmacht? Good army. Did some bad things. All right, so this is Hawaii. I don't think it's Pearl Harbor though. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not Hawaii. That doesn't. I mean, because I've been to Pearl Harbor. That doesn't look like Pearl Harbor, but it does look like Hawaii. It's not the Arizona Monument, but it does look like Hawaii. It's just Okinawa. Okay. That's definitely not the Arizona Memorial. I've been to the Arizona Memorial. First of all, it's not attached to land like that. And it doesn't look anything like this. It's not Midway. There's too much land to be Midway. Midway is much smaller than that. It's got to be Hawaii, though. I just don't know why that would be linked to World War II. But... oh, that's why. It's on the other side of Pearl Harbor. All right, so I was thinking of this part right here, because this is the part that everybody's familiar with. This is where the memorial, the Arizona is, the Missouri. That's the other end of the island. That's why. Okay. I knew it looked like Hawaii. All right, this is France. This has got to be France. I'm going to say that this is the Ardennes somewhere. Although those trees look awfully new. Ypres? Belgium, maybe, yeah. I'm going to say it's somewhere in this area. Let's see how close I get. 21 miles away. So it was. That's down here on the Meuse. So, yeah, that's kind of Meuse-Argonne. That's kind of World War I area. Okay, this is France. I think. That's got to be near Normandy. My favorite sport is soccer, football to the rest of the world. Calais, maybe Dunkirk? Is it Dunkirk? I'm thinking it's Dunkirk. Cherbourg occurred to me as well, but I'm going to go with Dunkirk. Yes, it was Dunkirk. All right. That's a canal. I need to get... is that Panama? No, it's not. I wonder if that's the Suez. Is that the Suez Canal? Arnhem? That's the Rhine River you're saying? I thought it looked like a canal to me, but maybe I'm wrong. My wife, her maiden name was Welsh, Watkins. Can I speak French? Un petit peu. I think that's how you say it a little bit. I took 3 years of French in high school and a year in college, but that was 25 years ago. Yeah, you're right. It is too small for the Suez. All right, Arnhem. We're going to go with Arnhem. Where is Arnhem? There it is right there. No, it was Japan. Those of you who said Japan were absolutely right. Nicely done. We just did this one. That's kind of dumb. Hey, we know where that is now. I'm going to guess that it's on the far side of Ford Island over here by the USS Utah. Spot on! I got a badge. Hey, Connor, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so we did really good except for that one on Japan. European stadiums. All right, guys. I do not know Latin. Ancient languages, kind of. I studied Koine Greek in my religious studies. So John Adams is fantastic. One of my all-time favorite miniseries. I would definitely do some videos in Washington, D.C. coming up soon. All right, so this looks like... Oh, wow. Is that Russia? Zavisa? No, that's not Russian. That language isn't Russian. That's Eastern Europe somewhere. Somebody help me out. Where's this stadium? Jet lag. Are we having some trouble with this? Oh, we are. What in the world? All right, we should be good. I think we're up and running again. There we go. Gold Yoshi is back. All right, let me get my chat back out here. Had a little issue with the software there for a second. I think we're good. Just give it a second to catch back up. All right, let me see if we're up and running. I think we're good. I don't know if we can zoom in. Let's see. There we go. All right, Gold Yoshi, you are officially done, my friend. Poland? Okay, I figured Eastern Europe. How about Warsaw? Oh, it was Poland, but it's up. Yeah, somebody even said it. The language definitely Polish. All right, 139 miles. Not bad. Ooh. So this looks like it might be Mexico. Oh, no, Turkey. No, Turkish Airlines doesn't mean it's in Turkey. How do you become a historian? Well, honestly, historian's such a weird kind of catch-all title. It really just means anybody who's dedicated to the study of and the promotion of history. I mean, there's no like official document that you get that says you're a historian. It's just kind of a catch-all title for people who kind of teach history, I mean, but aren't necessarily a teacher or a professor. Steven, I'm glad you're here. Thoughts on the Electoral College? I think we have it for a reason, and I hope we keep it. All right, so what about this one here? It's not Mexico. Yeah, the Gold Yoshi era was short but eventful. I try, Ellis, to be chill if I can. Brazil? You think maybe it's Brazil? Well, the green, you know, the colors do kind of have that Brazil vibe, don't they? Bulgaria? I mean, the Turkish Airlines tends to make me think it's got to be a country in that part of Europe, but the colors do seem like Europe. Is there a way to get a clue? How do you get a clue? I didn't know clue was a thing. Ah, didn't mean to do that. How do I go back? Now I did it. Bulgaria. We'll go with Bulgaria. Let's see. Let's go Plovdiv in Bulgaria. Oh, not a bad guess. It's Sarajevo. Okay. All right. Interesting. This one looks familiar, but I don't recognize the uniform. It's definitely not Manchester. Greece, Egypt. Um, is that a Premier League logo on those numbers? I think we know Brazil isn't Europe. I don't think anybody was implying Brazil is in Europe. Real Sociedad? That's not Wembley, is it? Is that Wembley? Spain. All right, we're going with Spain. All right. Oh yeah, nice job, guys. Nice job. Spain it is, not Wembley. Yeah. All right, Reading Football Club. Oh, that one's easy enough. That's in England. We just got to go to Reading. Where's the stadium? I don't know. We'll just go right there. Oh, it was down here. Okay, it was outside the town. All right, and last one. Interesting. Kind of a low-end stadium here. Big nets going on there. Interesting. I can't do English accents, but I can recognize them. I'm very good at picking out where somebody lives or where somebody's from in England based on their accent. All right, give me 1 second to respond to my wife who's messaging me about food. Not Reading, PA, no. Thinking North Central Europe. Oh, yeah, I did pass my daughter in subs. Let's go Northern Italy. How about that? Hey, it was Munich. Okay. München. All right, we'll do one more, and then I'm going to wrap this stream up. Is there a Premier League one that we can do? How do we search? Premier League stadiums. Here we go. We'll see how well we do here. Oh, that's got to be Old Trafford. No, oh, Blades. That's, is that Sheffield? That's got to be Sheffield. Yeah, that's Sheffield United. Where is Sheffield? Oh, there, right there. I just got to find the stadium. I don't know where it is. We'll just guess. 1 mile away. Not bad, not bad. I should do pretty good with these. Oh, that's Chelsea. As long as you can see the logo, it's pretty easy, right? So Chelsea's on, what, the west side of London? We'll just guess right there. I'm flying through these pretty fast. You guys are... I'm going to already be on to the next one before you guys even have a chance to chime in on some of these. But oh, this looks like it's got to be Man City based on the colors. No, wait. That's not Man City. That's that's not Aston Villa, is it? I don't really recognize Villa Park that well to be able to know if that's what... Yeah, that's Aston Villa. Right, so that's Birmingham. Where is Villa Park? They're, what, up in this area, aren't they? Because they're only a few miles from Old Trafford. I'm just going to guess right there. Yeah, it's pretty close. 2.5 miles away. Okay. Oh. This isn't where the Spurs play, is it? I don't know if I recognize that one. I feel like this has got... Oh, this is Newcastle? Boy, they've got a big stadium. I didn't realize theirs was that big. Thank you guys for the help on that one. Oh, there's Sunderland. Oh, poor Sunderland. If you haven't seen the Netflix series, it's really good, Sunderland Till I Die. Oh, I was 448 yards away on that one. That's Old Trafford. Oh, yeah, I know that one right away. I think I know about where that is, too. It's not in Gay Village. There it is, Old Trafford. Here we go. Oh, that's all of them. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. That was a lot of fun. We'll do more things like that in the future. If you're new to the channel, join us over on Discord, and we'll have a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.